Hello to all of my loved ones. Mic check, and welcome to this episode of From My Heart to Yours. And how are you, loved ones, doing? I hope you all are doing well. Today's episode is Don't Fit In, Stand Out. So I'm going to start with the channel song and then we will get into this week's episode.
I spent a lifetime hiding in the grave with a heavy heart and nothing left to say. Battling shadows, walking in the rhythm of the life I didn't choose. From the silent cries and the darkest nights to the moments I almost gave up the fight. I was lost in the echoes of a hollow sound, searching for a solid piece of ground. But I'm Love Marlene, 411, and I'm standing tall. I'm living proof that you can survive it all. From the 411 to the depths of my soul, I'm taking back the pieces, making them whole. It's a journey of healing, a path to the light. We're breaking every curse and winning the fight. From my heart to yours, let the healing start. We're making peace with the past and broken parts. It's more than just a story, it's a brand new lens, seeing where the trauma stops and where the light begins. Breaking generational chains, link by link, learning how to feel, learning how to think, guarding my spirit, my mind and my peace, watching the anxiety and the tension release. I found a self-love that was always meant to be a gift from God, now living in me. No more worthlessness, no more shame. I'm calling out the joy and I'm calling it by name. I am conscious of the seeds we sow. Watch how the garden starts to grow. But I'm Love Marlene, 411, and I'm standing tall. I'm living proof that you can survive it all. From the 411 to the depths of my soul, I'm taking back the pieces, making them whole. It's a journey of healing, a path to the light. We're breaking every curse and winning the fight. From my heart to yours, let the healing start. We're making peace with the past and broken parts. Spread the love, spread the light, live your best life, hold on tight. I'm Love Marlene, for Marlene, 411. The journey has just begun.
Hello to all of my loved ones. How are you guys doing? Turn my camera on. I hope you all are doing well. Welcome to this week's episode of From My Heart to Yours. Shout out to the replay gang. Shout out to the channel members. I appreciate every single one of you. I'm going to get right into today's topic because I'm not going to hold you because I know your time is valuable just like mine. This week's title is us celebrating individuality. And I think that that's something that is so important for us to celebrate us. You celebrate you. And the title is Don't Fit In, Stand Out, Celebrate Individuality. And that's something that is easier said than done because many people will say that. Oh, I am an individual and I got this going on and I love myself. Words are one thing, but actions is a completely different thing. So let's just get started with this. In a world full of followers, are you a leader? Do you have the leadership qualities? And I think this is something that is so important for us to say, to be a leader in a world full of followers. There's followers on social media in the workplace, in families, in any space that you find human beings, there's always going to be people who are followers. And there's nothing wrong with it. But in a world of those, will you separate yourself from those followers and stand out and be a leader? And when I say to be a leader, I mean to assert yourself, to stand up for yourself, to be confident. Don't try to fit into molds and spaces that you don't belong there. You're not learning there, you're not growing, and I think that's something important. So let me say hi to everybody in the chat. Hi, Just Relax Now. Hi, Pre-Retirement Days. And thank you so much for the gift. HL Ballies. I hope I you can forgive me because my lighting is not good today. Even though I have my glasses on, I cannot read. I think I'll do better with this off. H. Bally's. I hope I said that right. So, welcome everybody. I hope you all are well. Thank you so much for tuning into this week's episode. So, what do you guys think about this? Especially on social media in the family? Do you find that people are standing out and asserting themselves and being a leader? I don't see that very often, especially on social media. Like a person like me, I just cut all my hair off, and I did it for many reasons, not just for me to just learn to love the hair that grows out of my scalp, but also to show other people that you can be different. It's okay to be different. And that's another thing that I want to say in on this topic today. Stand out and be different. Don't try to go along with the crowd, no matter what is shown on the TV and the entertainment, and how you should look and how you should dress and what is acceptable to be liked. No, we're going to stand out and we're going to be different. Don't fit in, stand out and celebrate your own individuality. And I wish that there were more individuals that loved themselves enough to say, I'm not afraid, I'm not scared to be different. No matter what your skin color is, no matter what your race is, no matter what you came from, no matter what other people told you about who you were, you are making the choice and you're making the shift to say, I'm going to be me. And I want that to be something that's celebrated, that sort of love, that sort of self-love, reflection, and being assertive and not being scared to say, I'm different. And that's okay. And I remember when I was growing up, it was all about you had to have certain jeans, you had to have certain sneakers, you had to have certain purse and things like that. And well, all that stuff is nice. Material things is one thing, but feeling that you have to look a certain way to be accepted in society, that's wild. That's crazy to me. And if you always go by chasing what society and social media and your friends and your family and what other people think, you will never come to this space and realization that I matter. I'm enough. I love myself for who I am. Hi, Jay, Fun Learning. How are you doing? I think that's something that is so important for us to do that. So let's go to the next point. In not fitting in and standing out, it's nothing wrong with being different. And I wish that I had this sort of confidence. I had this sort of self love. I had this sort of presence within me because from my childhood, being in school, jobs that I've had, relationships that I have been in, friendships, and etc. It was always about making other people happy. And if you vibrate in that space too long, you will keep yourself in depression. You will keep yourself holding back from your potential, your growth potential, your worth, because it's not that we don't fit in with other people, they don't fit in with you. So it's nothing wrong with being different. And I say this to the ladies that are listening. I say it to the gentlemen. I say it to even if there's younger people, if you're in school, in the workplace, in your family, it's okay to be different. And there's nothing wrong with it, but you're the one that has to learn to be okay with yourself. It took me a long time to come to that space as a woman that I love myself for who I am, not who other people want me to be. And that's what I wanted this topic and discussion today to be about. It's nothing wrong with being different. It's nothing wrong with dressing different, looking different, and especially the things that have been coming out, the awareness of special needs and all kinds of things, having ADHD, autism, um, it's a host of things. Having disabilities, it's nothing wrong with having those things, and you're not weird, you're not strange, you're just yourself. You're living in your own skin. You're a human being. And some people don't know how to deal with somebody who looks different, acts different. And especially in talking about this channel here, people don't know how to deal with somebody who has had some trauma. If you've been through some things in your life, if you've been abused, if you've been disrespected, if you've been taken advantage of, if you've never fit into the mold of today's society, then you can understand what it feels like to be the outsider, to be the person who's weird or strange. And we're not weird and strange, we're just ourselves. So I wanted to put that out there in this topic today, that it's nothing wrong with being different. And I had to come to that space within myself. It's not just me saying it because I read it in a book. I personally had to put in work into myself to every day that I wake up. You go out there, there's going to be people who aren't going to like you, they're going to judge you. Some people will hate you, and it has nothing to do with us. People hate you because you have enough courage, you have enough confidence, you are talented and gifted. Some people hate you because they can't break you, especially those of us who they continue to have a smile on their face regardless of society, regardless of what has happened, regardless of your past. You're still standing out there with your leadership qualities, you're still asserting yourself. And no matter how many times you fall down, you give yourself the permission to get up. And I applaud every single one of you. And I'm also applauding myself. And that's not something that's easy. When life gets you down, when people get you down, when people let you down, people backstab you, hurt you, and use you, it's very difficult to let yourself let it go. It's easier for us to forgive other people. It's a different thing to give ourselves the permission to let it go. So, I did want to say that to all of you loved ones. You have to give yourself the permission to let things go. And it's nothing wrong with having scars. It's nothing wrong with having people that you've closed the door on. And that's what I love to talk about over here. It's okay for us to move on, to raise our standards, to stop being a doormat and being used. That's why today's topic, From My Heart to Yours, is all about that. I grew up in that from my parents and siblings and people that I knew on the job. People take you for granted. People will use you until you have enough confidence and enough love from within yourself to say, I'm going to be me. So, to anybody who is listening to this message and you need this message, please listen. You need yourself. You need to work on healing from your past so that you stop trying to fit in. You stop trying to be a part of the group and you make your own lane. You stand on your own talents. You use your own gifts. You assert yourself. And there's nothing wrong with being different. Okay. The next part, know who you are. Ladies, gentlemen, know who you are. Know what you're good at, know about your qualities, and give yourself the permission to stand on that. Don't run from your talents or your gifts. I did that for so many years, doing what my siblings or my parents wanted me to be, or being around people who wanted me to be and do something that I didn't even like. So, this is the time where I'm saying to all of you loved ones, including myself, assert yourself. Stand up for yourself. Know who you are and know what you want. It may be that you may have to start writing things down on a piece of paper and saying it to yourself, speaking over your life. I'm very big on that. You cannot expect friends or relatives or who you're in a relationship with or people on the job. It's not anybody else's responsibility to make us love ourselves. We have to do that hard work. We have to pull that from inside of ourselves. And I never used to believe it because I was a person, because of my situation and my trauma and the abuse that I dealt with growing up. I always was searching for people to love me. And I didn't realize that what was important was me working on finding the love from within, finding my own beauty, my own, not what society, not what people say, but learning to accept myself, and not just accept myself, then moving to being my own friend, using my gifts, um, having setting boundaries with myself and other people so that people didn't run over me, use me, and abuse me, because that is not what we deserve. We deserve to be treated better. You deserve to be treated better. So know who you are, regardless of what your past is, regardless of what other people think. And especially, I speak to those who are in school, whether it be college, high school, elementary school, or you're supplementing your education for your job. Don't be try to be what other people want you to be. If you have a question about something, especially you're in school, people will laugh at you because you ask questions. But those who ask questions, they find out things, they learn and they grow. Don't follow the crowd down a dark hole. Don't let people keep you down. If there's something you want to do, go for it. And I'm saying that while I'm walking through this same phase in my life, I give myself the permission to try things that I normally wouldn't try. I used to always say, oh, I have to go with my friends. I have to go with who you're in a relationship with romantically. You have to go with people in order to travel and have fun. Take your own self out. Go and do some things that you've been wanting to do. Stop holding yourself back. And it starts in the mind. You have to give yourself the permission to say, I'm going to do this for me because this is what I want and this is what I like. So I love that freedom because I had to give it to myself. I had to give myself the permission to get up and go for what I want and go back to school, start my business, start my content creation on social media. And it has been a very hard learning curve because there are some things that you just don't know. But I encourage anybody who there's something that you want to do, whether it's learning to swim, we should never say that there's things that we don't know how to do. That's something that I'm standing on. If you want to do something, you're never too old. You've never made too many mistakes. That is the part of self healing. That's the part of self awareness. We have to give ourselves the permission to forgive ourselves, to say, I can do it. So I say that to you as well as myself. I can do it, and you can do it too, loved ones. Give yourself the permission to stand up for yourself and be confident that even if you're the only one, you have to friend and support yourself. Stand on that. I can do it. I'm proud of myself. Okay. No, the next point, know where you want to go. This is something that I feel that is so important in this life, that if you don't know where you want to go, others will lead you to destruction. People will lead you to your demise. People will take all your money. People will distract you. People will put you down, tell you who you are. If you don't know who you are, if you don't know the focus and the direction of your own life, people will destroy you, literally. People will make you miserable if you allow it. And that's one of the things that I had to learn. And I say this to my loved ones here, to every single one of you. You have to give yourself the permission to take your power back. And it's invigorating. I feel so much healthier and stronger. And I walk with my head up. I'm confident because I know where I want to go. And it's not about other people and who likes me. I don't care what other people think about me. And I want you to think that way too about yourself. Stop caring about what other people think about you. Go for what you want, go for what you like, be yourself. And I think that that's something so important, because it took me a long time, like I said, at my at my age, it took me so many years to come to the space of saying, this is what I want to do with my life. I know I hated my job. I know that there are people that were in my family, quote unquote, my relatives, that didn't treat me right, and I would keep putting up with it. um Hello, Roxanne, how are you doing? Welcome in. I would keep letting people treat me disrespectfully. I would not let people know how I feel. I wouldn't cut people off. I would let people keep using me. I would do things for people that I know wouldn't do anything for me. So when I started to believe people when they showed me who they were, that was so vital to my peace, to my happiness. I had to say to myself, I don't like how they treat me. So I'm going to leave them alone. I'm going to stop answering their phone calls. I'm going to stop showing up to places where people don't accept me and don't support me, and stop going places where you're not being respected. Don't fit in, stand out. See, it takes a long time to come to that space of saying, I'm going to be me. And yes, there's going to be people who won't like me. Actually, there will be people who will hate you. And the crazy part is, the people that hate you the most is the people that you have done the most for, the people that you have supported the most. And it hurts, but you got to get over that. I had to get over it, and I had to give myself the permission to say, I can't change people. I can't make other people happy. I just have to make myself happy. I have to be my best self. Okay. So when I got to that space of knowing who I was and not letting other people take me down, drag me down, who cares? Everything that people say, you hear it, but don't let it penetrate. Don't let it absorb into your spirit, because what people want to do sometimes is to break you. Because they're miserable, because they have not done any healing, they have not done any personal growth, they have no goals, they have never forgiven themselves. They're still that little boy or little girl from whoever hurt them, and they've never worked on confidence and self love. So all they know how to do is break people down and hurt them. So you got to leave those people alone. You can't make them grow up, you can't make them happy. I had to stop that myself. If I'm going to be honest and transparent with all of the loved ones here, I had to stop trying to make people happy, and I had to start working on making myself happy. I had to work on my personal healing. I had to work on my goals. So when you start focusing on yourself, asserting yourself, and I'm very big on positive self talk. So, no matter your past, no matter what has been done to you, when you start giving yourself a new narrative, a new mindset, and making that shift, today I'm healed. Today I'm enough. Today I'm worth it. And every day after. And the more that you start saying those things to yourself, I'm confident I can do great things. I can start my business. Whatever it is that you want to do, whatever goal that you're focused on, whatever you're trying to get to the next step. First, you have to believe in your goals. You have to believe in your dreams and you have to believe in yourself. Roxanne says, me too. Yes, exactly. I'm so happy for you, Roxanne, and I'm happy for all of the loved ones that are here. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe you're worth it. And there's a lot of people who say, I love myself, right? I love myself. I'm confident and all these things. But when situations happen, they're the first person to snap and go off and get angry with everybody. What other people do is none of your business. What other people's opinion of you is none of your business. You have to know what is my opinion of me, and that is what counts. When I stopped getting getting myself out of other people's head, like forming a bubble, a force field, and staying in that and reminding myself, I have me. I have my own friendship. I have my own support. I have my own love for myself. I have goals. And then reminding myself and being a cheerleader for myself. So, those are the things that we need to be doing. Know who you are, know where you want to go. And when you start getting very crystal clear, you're going to get focused. And the more you get focused, you don't have time to focus your attention on what siblings or friends or exes or current relationship or the people who don't love themselves and the people who are hating on you and saying rude things and whatever it is. When you focus on yourself, when I start saying I focus on me, uh, I focus on my peace. My peace is vital and important. So I don't let people into my world. I don't let people into my force field. I don't care what it is that they say. And it's not, I shouldn't say I don't care, because at some point we do care what people say, but we don't let that what their opinions of us stop us from doing whatever we're supposed to do. Our goals, our peace, our happiness, our joy, and our light. Because for such a long time I allowed relatives and friends and this person and that person to stop me from my own peace, because they weren't at peace. And if you associate with people who are miserable, you are going to become miserable just like them. Ask me how I know, because I did that for so many years. I let a romantic relationship make me miserable because they were miserable. I made my siblings, I let my job, I let situations, I let myself stay in the zone of complaining about what I don't have, that I didn't give myself the permission to be in appreciation and gratitude for the things that I do have. And that is so important in your personal growth. Hey, First Lady, how are you doing? Welcome in. Yes, my day is going amazing. I'm glad that you're feeling wonderful, well, and blessed. Yes, awesome. Serious. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you had a wonderful day. So I think that's something that is so important. When I started to be at peace with myself, when I started to make myself happy, when I gave myself the permission to let things go and give myself the permission to have peace, that I don't need anybody's permission. I don't need their validation. I don't need whatever it is that they have to say about me. Whatever they have to say about me is none of my business. What matters to me is what I think about myself and what are my goals and how am I standing up for me. And one of the things that I have been doing recently, I've been working on my credit. I've been working on my financial portfolio. I've been working on taking better care of my body, my skin. I've been I got these new pair of glasses. I've been taking better care of my hair, my skin. So when I tell you that you should love yourself. I'm not just saying it. You should love yourself. I'm living in it. I'm vibrating in that space. I am I give myself the permission to be what I say, because the things that you say about yourself is the things that you also absorb. So there's so much power in the tongue. There's so much power in the words that we say about ourselves. So, really be careful about the people that you're around that always put you down, and the people who always say mean and nasty and rude and disrespectful things to you, the ones that judge you, the ones that never support you, the ones who always talk about who you were but don't focus on who you are today. They're stuck in the past, so they can't see you in your present. So I say that because if you keep your mindset, if you keep your mind in who you were and what other people think, that will bring you down. That will definitely make you have major depression. It will make you have feelings of worthlessness. It will keep you stuck. It will just bring you down and make you just fall into the background, just feeling sorry for yourself, feeling sad, complaining, like not really having any goals. There's no joy and no peace in your life. And I know what that's like because I did that for such a long time. I complained about how other people treated me, but I wasn't doing anything to make myself happy. So I'm saying this to all of you loved ones. You have to assert yourself. You have to stand up for yourself. You have to move forward with your goals, because things aren't just going to happen. Peace just doesn't drop out of the sky. You have to be actively participating in your own peace. And that means cutting people off, blocking people, doing things that brings peace into your life. Like, I make sure every single day I go for a walk. I get some form of exercise. I give myself time I sit in quiet. I read material that nourishes my mind, that causes me to have personal growth, that I gain knowledge. I surround myself with people who are happy with themselves, because if you don't, and the opposite is true, and you're around people who are angry, miserable, lazy, dysfunctional, manipulative, gaslighters, if you're around those sort of people, they will bring you down, they will destroy you. And I hate to say it, but if you are around people who are angry and miserable and complaining and keep taking from you, you're going to be 6 feet under the ground. You won't be here anymore. And I know some people say, "Oh, Marlene, that's kind of rough. That's, I'm okay." But we think that we're okay a lot of times, and we're not. We're not okay. We're very unhappy, very miserable, angry. You wish that you could do and have things, but you really can. You really can do things. You really can be happy. You really can have peace and joy and increase finances and whatever it is that you want, because when you tell yourself that, you make a plan and you actively participate in making yourself happy. Um, hey Delvin, how are you doing? Welcome. Yes, bless up. You actively participate in making yourself happy. And that's one of the things that I had to really be working on and focusing on. I have to make myself happy. That's not, it's not your sibling's job. It's not your parents' job. It's not your friend's job. It's not the people you're in a relationship with. It's not social media. It's not how much money you have. It's within. You have to find your peace from within. So whatever that means for me, that was a really hard pill to swallow. That my anger, my the things that people had done to me, the trauma, the negativity, the grief, it's like we absorb so much from the time we're born until we're adults, till this very moment. We go through so many things, and I had to give myself the permission to say, I can't control what was, but all I can control is what is. So I want you guys to vibrate in this space. Let go of what was. Let go of what was said, and who didn't help and support, and what people say and their judgments, and they hate me. Yeah, that hurts. You wish things were different, but it's not. You have to accept what is. What is that you're here another day. What is that you're alive. What is that you're talented. What is that you're capable. These are the things that are true, and you have to vibrate in that space, not what the all of the negativity, the low vibration, the manipulation, the gaslighting, the anger, the bitterness, the laziness, the controlling. You got to remove yourself from those spaces, and you have to. I had to start giving myself this new narrative, and that's another one of the reasons why I cut my hair too as well, is forget other people. I said I want to love this. I want to love this that grows out my scalp, and so many other things that I'm working on healing to love myself. I have to love what was given to me. I got to love this skin and this body and my thoughts, and I have to embrace my talents and be confident, because if I'm not, we train people how to treat us. And you can say all day long you love yourself, but if you're not doing the things for yourself to make yourself happy, and you're not allowing yourself to stand out and to be different and be silly and quirky and have fun and give yourself the permission to heal. You know how many times I had to tell myself I forgive myself for when I didn't see things. I say that sometimes all the time as a reminder that I'm human, and it's okay if I made mistakes. It's okay if I didn't see things, but now I see. So tap into discernment. Tap into discernment now. Now that you know, are you going to use that discernment? Are you going to keep letting people walk over you? Will you be a doormat? Will you be a fool? You know, those are some of the things that we have to learn to not fit in, to not ignore the red flags, to not ignore the people. You know that a romantic relationship is going nowhere. You know they really don't love you. You know that in your heart. You know that whoever the relative is, you know who are the people at the job that can't stand you. We know these things. So don't try to fake it. Don't try to fit in. Don't try to force the relationship. Don't try to make them like you or love you. It is what it is. You don't like me? It's cool. You don't love me? It's cool. You don't support me? It's cool, because guess what? I support myself. I stand up for me, you know? That I think that's what's important. And we focus too much, we give too much of our power, too much of our time, too much of our energy into people who they will never be there for you. They're never going to love you. They're never going to be they're never going to give like you give to them. So you got to learn to pull back. You got to learn to pull back from those individuals that don't care about you. Um, let's see. I missed some comments. I appreciate you guys being here. Sarah says, Amen. Um, I stopped handing out VIP treatment to people who act like you got general admission energy. I love that. Yes, you have to stop giving full access to halfway people. You do. Yes, I will speak it. Yeah, we have to forgive ourselves, right, Delvin? We have to. I, I can't tell you guys how long I would beat myself up. I should have did this. I shouldn't have done that. Why did I allow that? And that gets you nowhere. You got to let go of what was and embrace what is. The thing about it is that we learn. That's the difference. We learn, and we don't continue in the cycle. We don't keep repeating the same bad habits, bad behavior, the bad energy. You can change. Like people say, oh, people can't change. You absolutely can change if you want to. If you want to be happy, you can make yourself happy, because I was a person, I used to be very angry. I was a person, I loved to fight. I loved to be angry and jealous. I loved to always think everybody was hating on me and jealous of me. But sometimes that is true. People do hate on you and are jealous of you. But sometimes the reason why people pull back from you, let me say some real talk for a moment. Sometimes the reason why people pull back from you is because they don't like your energy. They don't like that you're angry. They don't like your manipulation. And I had to absorb that. If you're angry, if you got some stuff going on, people don't have to take it. People don't have to keep being slapped around by you, hearing you complain about your life, but you never do anything to pivot it. You can change it, you can pivot it. And that's the reason why I always say, loved ones, pull back from people so you can do some healing. I put that in my channel song. It's a journey of healing. And I had to go on that journey inside of myself. I had to go deep down in myself and do some reflection, some introspection. Like, who really am I? Not who other people think I should be, but who really am I? I'm really strong. I am courageous. I'm gifted, and I have a story. I have many stories to share. So don't let other people tell you who you are. You prove that to yourself. And the more that I started proving to myself my strength, my courage, and that I'm enough. Every time I look in the mirror, I am enough. And the same thing to you all as well. Every time you look at yourself in the mirror, say that you are enough. Sirius says, you have to be authentically you. Some people will infiltrate your environment. Yeah, they'll try to get in and bring you down, drag you down with their misery, their anger, their drama. Some people, they bring all of their baggage and they want to put it on you, and they want you to fix their life. They want you to help them. And if I got into that cycle before, and I call myself helping. You're not helping them. What you're doing is we coddle people, we make people entitled, and that's very dangerous, because when you stop people from being independent, listen, when you stop people from being independent, you're actually hurting them, you're harming them, you're stopping their personal growth and development. So I had to tell some people in my life, I love you, but I can no longer enable you. You're going to have to woman up or man up. And they may not like it, but it's okay. Roxanne says, after my dad died, my brother wanted to sleep in my dad's bedroom. So I bought him a mattress in 20, oh, I think you mean 2023. Now he wants a new one. I said no. No. Yeah, that's the thing. You can help people, because everybody can go through those rough periods of time. And there's nothing wrong with helping somebody, supporting somebody, giving somebody a motivational word. Everybody needs a hand up, a shoulder to cry on sometimes. We all need that, but it can't be that's all they need. And you're always trying to pull them up. And you know what happens when you're always trying to pull somebody up? You drag yourself down. It's that crab in the barrel mentality. They will keep you down. They will keep stepping on you. They will keep walking over you. You will keep being their doormat as long as you allow yourself to be a doormat. Mm. Boy, that was some expensive lessons and lots of therapy for me to get to that growth space of saying, I'm not going to be your doormat anymore. You have to take care of yourself, and it's your problem to try to figure it out. It's not my problem. Yes, my condolences. Yes, Roxanne, condolences on your dad. Um, I'm sure that is hard. I'm sure. I can never say I know how you feel. I would never say that, because I can't know how you feel. I know how I have felt in grief. But either way, my condolences and support on this side, and always a listening ear always an encouraging word. And I hope that that helps so many of you loved ones. So we are here on the last point of today's topic podcast episode of From My Heart to Yours. So don't fit in, stand out. You got to love yourself where you are. Let me tell you guys something that it took me so long, when I say so long, to love myself where I'm at. I don't have to be where trying to keep up with the Joneses. I don't have to be like my sibling. I don't have to be like my coworker. I have to do is be like me. And the same thing that I say, I pay it forward to my loved ones here that are listening now live or in the replay. Be who you are today, and it's your choice for who you want to be today. Are you going to be happy? Will you be at peace? Will you be strong, courageous? Will you assert yourself? Will you take better care of your mental health? Will you give yourself the permission to rest? These are all the things that I had to do to stop trying to fit in. And I would keep myself in a little box. I would back myself into a corner trying to please everybody. And you will ruin yourself. Like that last point says, or others will lead you to destruction. If you keep trying to make everybody happy, you know who's going to be unhappy? You. You know who will be unhappy? Me. And we got to stop that. Stop trying to people please. So, loving yourself where you are. We're all at different spaces in the journey of this life. We're all going through different things, but one thing that every single human in um has in can't think of the word, it just went right over my head. We all have in common, and that is that we all hurt, we all experience sadness, we all struggle, we all are human, we all experience highs and lows. But one thing we can do is we can give ourselves the permission to get up another day and say to ourselves, today I'm going to choose that today will be a great day. How much my life started changing and shifting when I said I give myself the permission. I give myself the permission, not things, not people, not my situation. Whatever it is that you are going through, you can give yourself the permission to say, today is a great day because I choose. I choose peace. I choose joy. I choose to love myself. I choose to be my own best friend. And that is something that is a learned thing. That's not something that society embraces. Society wants us to be followers. It doesn't really want us to be leaders. It doesn't want us to be business owners. It doesn't want us to be healthy and happy. It doesn't want us to have closeness with friends and family. People want, especially on social media, they want drama, they want anger, they want us to be down and discouraged, they want us to always be struggling financially. And that's not what I want for my loved ones here. I want for us to be improved and healthy and growing and asserting ourselves and being courageous and setting boundaries and doing things, getting out of the comfort zone. That's a big part of not fitting in, is not just saying that that's new for me, so I'm not going to try it because I'll make somebody else try it first. A leader, a person who wants to stand out and not fit in, they'll go through that, get out of the comfort zone. They will make themselves uncomfortable so that one day they can be comfortable. And I know that that's what my therapy, that's what my self-love, that's what my self reflection and introspection, that's a part of my self-talk that I say to myself every single day, that I'm enough and I'm worthy and I'm confident and I have something valuable to say, and I'm a leader and I teach and I want to help other women, other men, even children. that regardless of where you have been, regardless of what you're going through, regardless of what other people say, I have the final say. You have the final say about how your life is going to be. So, you got to love yourself where you are and to give yourself the permission to say, today, I choose joy. Today, I'm going to start working on some things. Like I had to start working on being a better communicator. I had to learn to be a better listener. I had to learn that I was not always right. I had to learn that it was okay for me to take breaks from turn my phone off. It's okay for me to take my vacation without having to explain what I'm doing. It's okay for you to pivot if something is no longer serving you, if something is bringing down your energy, bringing down your vibe, bringing down your own inner light, if it's dimming your light, if it's stopping you for your from your peace and your happiness, or if there's something there, some residual hurt or pain or anger, you need to do some work on that so that you don't project that fear, that insecurity, that sadness, that pain to somebody who has done nothing to you. And that's hard. It's hard because when you hurt people, hurt people. But when I started to work on myself, that's how I can be at peace, and that's how I can function. I can have joy, and that's what I want for you guys as well. I want you to be happy. I want you to be at peace in your life as well. Um, Delvin says, great show. Thank you so much, Delvin. I really appreciate it. Sirius says, spiritual code of conduct. Do not accept the unacceptable. Don't tolerate or accommodate what doesn't value you. Yes. And when people don't value you, you know what that means? They don't value themselves. I spent so long trying to be like a build a bear and trying to always say I was a helpmate, being the helper in a romantic. I'm going to help them. You feel like you're going to change them. I'm going to grow them up. Or you feel like I'm going to be the best friend. Or if you're a parent, I'll be the best mother. I'll be the best father. Or, with your parents, I'll be the best child. If you're always trying to be the best for everybody, what do you have left for yourself? All you do is you give what you can to other people. You help when you can. Notice I said emphasis on when you can, not because you can. You got to take yourself off the hook and stop feeling guilty like I have to do this because it's this person and that person. No, no, no. You don't have to. You do things because you want to, you're led to, but you don't have to do anything you don't want to do. So, yes, amen. Sears says social media has chipped away at how people value themselves. And yes, I will agree with that because I felt some type of way about so many things. But I don't want to talk about too much about the social media thing because I'm going to be covering that on my other channel, that is my podcast channel, Marlene Saunders Show. And I'm going to be talking about YouTube and social media and what it has done to people. And that's going to be an open panel conversation. So I think I'm going to do that one on Friday for the chat family over there. So I'm looking forward to having that discussion and talking about social media and the impact on people's lives. Um, but I do want to start wrapping this conversation up and saying, to everybody who is here, don't fit in, to stand out, celebrating your individuality. That is something that I had to learn to ascribe to myself. I celebrate me. Celebrate your small goals, celebrate your milestones, celebrate the times where you learned something, celebrate when you give yourself the permission to turn the page, turn the leaf, and write your new story. Who you were, what happened, what didn't work out. You can give yourself the permission. I'm going to turn the page. I'm going to reset and I'm in control to write my new story. You can write your new story. You can say, in this new story, in this new chapter of my life, this new chapter is called healed. This new chapter is called peace. This new chapter is called joy. This new chapter is called self love. This new chapter is called boundaries. Whatever it is in this new chapter, in this new season of your life, you can. And that's one of the things that I celebrate within me. I used to always feel guilty to take some time off because I felt like I had to be the model coworker. I thought I had to be think that, well, I have to make money, right? Because we'll tell ourselves that. Oh, I got you. You'll always have to make money, but you have to be around to be able to spend it and be responsible to pay your bills and to do what you need to do with that money. But you got to take care of yourself in order for you to continue to keep making that money. So that message is for somebody too. Remember yourself. Remember that you're a woman of worth. Remember you're a man of worth. Remember that you got something to do. But if you're not well rested, if you're not getting sleep, if you're not taking those vacations or the mental, you know, separating yourself, turning those electronics off, and just having the time just for the normal activities, having conversations, eating food around the dinner table. I don't know who saw that post I put on the community tab, that it's time that we start bringing back those old school, those old fashioned values before it was the social media and the internet and the overstimulated with electronics and everything else and email and etc and blah blah blah. Turn those things off and focus your time on the people you're with. Have a conversation, ask them how their day was, and whatever it is that they're going, and listen and talk to each other, and let's turn off the devices and focus on the people that we're with. Enjoy your time, make memories, and don't take people for granted. I think that's something that's so important. Don't take your friends, don't take your loved ones, and also don't take yourself for granted. I want you to say it to yourself. I'm very important. So I'm going to take care of myself, and I'm going to give myself the permission to be happy. I'm going to give myself the permission to rest. I'm going to give myself the permission to use the ideas that is in my head and bring it to fruition. Harvest. Don't just have ideas in here. Don't just have goals. Don't just have things that you talk about. Get excited about it. Make a plan and go for it in silence, not telling other people what you're doing. Just do it without permission, without validation, because you deserve to live your life. Okay. So, my other YouTube channel is Marlene Saunders Show, and I have 5 YouTube channels. This one, my other YouTube channel is Marlene Saunders Show. My vlog channel is Life with Marlene. Um, my relaxation channel is Just Relax Now. My motivation and inspirational channel is Marlene Motivates. So I think that's all 5 of my channels. So yes. Um, and 3 out of the 5, my fourth channel is going to be monetized. I'm speaking that into existence. My fourth channel will be monetized by next month. I speak that into existence. And yeah. So I wanted to say to all you loved ones here, I love you guys so much. I want the best for you. And I also say to myself, because I speak over my life, I love myself very much. And I want you to remind yourself, I'm my own friend. I love myself. I'm confident. I'm courageous. I give myself the permission to heal. I give myself the permission to rest. I am enough, even if other people don't think that I am. So don't um, fall into the background. Don't try to fit in. S- Move forward. Assert yourself. Be confident and love yourself. Okay. Thank you so much for dropping those links. Serious, I really appreciate it. Yes, Delvin, love yourself. That's a vital. That's a vital point, and that's why I keep going live on this channel, because there's somebody who needs to hear that today. No matter what you're going through, no matter how you feel, no matter what your financial situation is, no matter how people treat you, continue to show up for you, continue to take breaks, continue to have conversations with yourself, continue to speak over your life, because you speak life into yourself when you tell yourself that you're enough and tell yourself, I'm worthy and I'm capable and I can do all things and I'm strong. But you got to believe you're strong. You got to believe that you can do some great things. And guess what? And then you will. So I appreciate you guys for tuning into this week's episode of From My Heart to Yours. I'm Love Marlene 411, and I appreciate your support. Thank you guys so much. I left out one point. I can't believe I forgot it. But point number 6 is clap for yourself. Celebrate your wins and losses. So if you win, celebrate yourself. If you lose, celebrate yourself, because in every lesson, there's something that you can learn. And I learned this from Coach Mary Ma here on YouTube, that you never lose, you only learn. You didn't lose, you learned. So learn the lesson. Don't repeat the bad habits, bad behaviors, the mistreatment. Learn, grow from it, and then turn the page and give yourself the permission to reset. That's all about personal growth and development and self love. And I wish you all the best on this journey of this thing called life. I will see you guys back next week. Thank you guys so much. Take care of yourself. And like I always say, happy healing journey. Love yourself every single day. See you guys back. Maybe tomorrow we'll do the sip and chat. I haven't checked in with my co-host, Miss Nexie, but if we do, tomorrow will be the sip and chat at about 9:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I'll see you then if we do one. If not, I'll see you guys back on the next episode of From My Heart to Yours on Sunday. See you guys. Have a great rest of your day. And if you're watching in the replay, leave me a comment below. Bye, guys.
I spent a lifetime hiding in the grave with a heavy heart and nothing left to say. Battling shadows, walking in the rhythm of the life I didn't choose. From the silent cries and the darkest nights to the moments I almost gave up the fight, I was lost in the echoes of a hollow sound, searching for a solid piece of ground. But I'm Love Marlene 411, and I'm standing tall. I'm living proof that you can survive it all. From the 411 to the depths of my soul, I'm taking back the pieces, making them whole. It's a journey of healing, a path to the light. We're breaking every curse and winning the fight. From my heart to yours, let the healing start. We're making peace with the past and broken parts.
See you guys later.